Lucid dreaming is a state in which the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming and can exert some control over the content of their dreams. The exact causes of lucid dreaming are not fully understood, but there are several theories. One theory suggests that lucid dreaming occurs when there is increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, planning, and self-awareness. This increased activity may occur during REM sleep, which is the stage of sleep when most dreaming occurs. Another theory suggests that lucid dreaming may be a learned skill that can be developed with practice. This theory suggests that by practicing certain techniques, such as reality testing, dream journaling, and visualization, a person can become more aware of their dreams and eventually learn to control them. There are also some factors that may increase the likelihood of experiencing lucid dreams, such as getting enough sleep, avoiding drugs and alcohol, and reducing stress and anxiety. Certain medications, such as those used to treat depression or Parkinson's disease, may increase the likelihood of lucid dreaming as a side effect. Loneliness can cause inflammation in your brain. People who feel socially isolated have higher levels of inflammation markers. They also have increased activity of the body's fight or flight response, which is normally activated when a person is under a stressful situation. Loneliness can cause some people to become more paranoid toward threats. People who are lonely show signs of extra aggression. They're also more susceptible to illness. This is because their immune system responds differently to fighting viruses, making them more likely to develop an illness. Loneliness and physical social isolation can lead to a 50% increased risk of dementia and a 30% increased risk of premature death. One study suggests that loneliness could be contagious. In a 10-year study, researchers examined how loneliness spreads in social networks. The results showed that people close to someone experiencing loneliness were 52% more likely to become lonely as well. Your brain can generate false memories faster than you might think. Have you ever been convinced that something happened, only to find out that it never did? You're not alone. False memories are surprisingly common, and a new study suggests people can form false memories of an event within seconds of it occurring. False long-term memories are thought to be driven by the fuzzy trace theory, which states that memory comes from two parts: a verbatim part, which is what happened in real life, and a gist part, where the person interprets the meaning of the event based on semantic analysis. In one study, a researcher convinced a quarter of her participants that they were once lost in a shopping center as a child. In another study, half of the participants believed they had taken a hot air balloon ride when they were kids. They were tricked by simply showing them false photos about that event. In the new study, volunteers were asked to complete a task that involved showing them a series of letters and asking them to recall one highlighted letter. However, the researchers reversed the orientation of the letters, which required the volunteers to remember whether their selection was mirrored or not. Results revealed that people were generally good at remembering when a typical letter was shown, but they were substantially worse at remembering a mirrored letter. And interestingly enough, their memory got worse the longer they had to wait before recalling it. It shows that our memory starts being shaped almost immediately by our preconceptions. Multiple factors can influence false memory, such as misinformation and misattribution of the original source of information. Existing knowledge and other memories can also interfere with forming a new memory, causing the recollection of an event to be mistaken or entirely false.